Going Crazy at Home with Pastor John. I hope you guys have been having an awesome time. We are gonna have so much fun today. We're just celebrating. We're celebrating everything about God and everything that God has given us. And the number one thing we're celebrating is the church. And we're gonna learn all today about what the church is. Because you know what? We haven't been able to be together in a while. And this past Sunday was the first week we were allowed back at the church, but unfortunately, Children's Church still isn't back. And we still got some time to wait on that. But what I want to remind you guys and teach you guys today was we don't need to be in a building to experience church. I mean, you kind of have been doing it right over here through the screen, but you don't even need me for that. The church can be anywhere. We're going to learn all about that in a little bit. But before we get to that, I mean, come on. We got to play some games, right? What do you guys think? You guys think we should play some games? They're all in agreement, so let's play some games. Okay, guys, so in this game, you're going to imagine like something's being drawn in the snow. And you got to see how quickly you can guess what is being drawn. And the first one to get it wins. All right, let's play. Nice job. All right, on to the next game. It's Coconut Hunt. In this game, you gotta find the coconut in the picture. All right, before time runs out. Let's find it. All right, so nice job playing those games, guys. You guys figured out all that stuff pretty well. All right, so now we're going to talk about what we wanted to talk about, right? And that's what is the church? So my first question to you guys is, I want you guys to think about it. What do you guys think the church is? When someone says that is a church or what is a church, what would your answer be if someone asked you that question? What is the church? What's your first answer would be? Think about it. All right. Let's see what my friends think.
Hope he knows what the church is. The church is the place where dad has to go to, and it's very important, but you leave me home alone, and it makes me very sad. And I'm not saying I don't like the church, but I would just like it better if I could be able to go, hey, what are you doing?
Don't listen to him, no. The church is the best because it made you finally leave the house.
Well, they both missed their points. Clearly, the church is the building where everyone goes to worship God. So, yes, the church is a building. Duh.
Well, I understand your answers, guys. See, the reality is that's not true. The church isn't a building. The church isn't a place. The church doesn't have all the set rules that make it a certain church. You see, all a church is, what the church is that we learned about through Jesus, is the church is us. It's me and you. What?
Wait, even us dogs are included?
That's right. Even you, Indy. Yeah. And Hoopy. And even Quill, believe it or not. And, actually, our new friend, Murdoch. Murdoch, why don't you say hi? I didn't include you in on the last video.
What? Are you kidding me? Finally! It's Mr. Ow! Hey! I'm finally in the video!
So, Murdoch's a new part of the squad. And, yeah, that's right, Murdoch. Even you are a part of the church. You see, all it takes is being a follower of Jesus, and anywhere you go, you're the church. You represent the church. It doesn't matter if you're at a building or not. We don't need a building to call a church. We as a people, as God's children, are the church. So if you've been feeling like, you really miss coming to church and being with everybody and feeling like it's been a really long time, I want to remind you that you don't have to go to a building to experience church. You could experience it right there because you are a part of that church. The church is where you are. To help us understand it, let's check out a Bible story video. Maybe it'll help clear things up for us.
The church is the building we go to when we want to learn about God.
Nope, this is a church.
Those are people.
Yep, in fact, it's you and me.
You kinda lost me.
The church isn't a building. The church is the people who have made Jesus the leader of their lives. And that's us. We don't go to church, we are the church. And we exist for the world.
Oh, okay. I still don't get it.
Let's look in the book of Acts. That's where the Bible talks about the very first church, the people who first believed in Jesus. They didn't have buildings to meet in, so they met where they could, usually in people's homes.
So their church was a house?
Nope, the church met in houses. Even then, the church was the people. And the apostles taught them many things about God. They did great and wonderful things with God's power. God did amazing things through everyone in the church.
Through all the people? How?
The people of early church put others first. They prayed together, they shared meals, they shared their time, they shared everything.
Everything? Really? Are you sure?
Sure, I'm sure. The Bible tells us that when one of them needed something, others shared what they had. They even sold things and used the money to help out.
That's amazing.
That's putting others first. The early church was really good at it. For instance, this one guy, Joseph, sold a field and brought the money to the people of the church to help those who needed it.
Awesome. What made them do that?
They all agreed. They all wanted to live like Jesus, and the apostles told them how Jesus put others first when he died on the cross and went up to heaven.
The early church learned about Jesus and lived like him. So they put others first. I think I get it.
Great, but you haven't heard the best part. When others saw how those first church people lived, it made them want to follow Jesus too. In fact, more people decided to follow Jesus every single day.
Wow, God did do amazing things through the first church people.
And God still does amazing things through his people when they live like Jesus and put others first.
Right, because we are the church.
And we exist for the world.
You see, the church isn't a building that we have to go to. The church is the people. It's us. It's full of people who love God and love others. And that's what it's all about. When we love on others and when we're kind and when we look out for each other or whatever it may be, or maybe give something to somebody who really needs something, whatever it is, those are moments when we are being examples of what the church truly is. And the early Christians showed us how powerful that is and how people were able to see Jesus through them. That's how amazing it is to be a part of the church. So when you love God, when you love others, you are the church. You're an example of what the church is. How cool is that? It doesn't matter how old you are, how young you are, how smart you think you are. It doesn't matter. You are a part of that church anytime you're loving God or loving others. The church is us. How cool is that? So what I want you guys to do is to take a few minutes to think of some ways that you could be the church. Think of some ways that you can love others or love God, whatever it is. We're going to think of a few over here. I'm going to throw up something. Maybe it's going to help you guys think of some stuff, and we'll think of some ways that maybe we could be the church. I hope you guys had some great ideas. I mean, I had one for Quill, actually. Maybe you could be an example of the church by loving others, like maybe your new brother, and stop, hissing at him all the time. That'd be nice.
Yeah, not gonna happen. He's too happy and colorful. Really not my style. I'm just gonna keep hissing at him if that's okay with you.
Yeah, can't say I'm surprised by that answer, but guys, it was worth the try. All right, so for everyone else, this is our need to know for today. All right, ready? So everyone stand up and say, I am, go like this, point to yourself, and say the church. When I say the church, I want you guys to put up a C. So you say, I am the church. I am the church. So that's what we need to remember. So I know, you know what, it stinks that we haven't been able to get together, and I miss every single one of you so much. This whole time has really stunk. But when we get down and we feel like, we haven't been at church in a while, we miss being at church, we have to remember that we are the church. And when we love God and we love others, we're an example of what the church is. God trusts you to be a representation, meaning he trusts you to be an example of what his church is like. That's pretty cool. It's a big responsibility. It's something to remember. All right, guys. So I hope you had some fun today. Hope you learned something new, and I'll see you guys later.